Here we are in the middle of September. We're out here in this cornfield taking a look right before the combines roll. What kind of harvest are we looking at? So in other words, we're taking a look at ear count, we're looking at kernel count and size, and getting excited about the fall ahead of us. But there's some things that really start to stick out. And one is, for this field, it was planted in that window and time frame when emergence become quite a factor. And when we think of uneven emergence, we think of uneven stalk diameter. And so when I start looking at these two stalk diameters, I start to realize there's going to be quite a difference in ear size. And when I look at the difference in ears that came off those two plants, I start to think about how am I going to manage my corn head performance to get every kernel in the tank. So whether it's late emergers, and in this case, we had checks in here of 34,000 plants. We had 30,000 ears this size, and then we had 4 ears that came out of that check, and you can see them here. And yes, not real proud of them, but at the same time, I'd really like to haul these in to the bin site. And so to do that at 360, we talk about 360 yield saver. And yield saver is a really simple concept, where you take your gathering chains and we put the bristle brushes on so that we start to do two things. We capture all these small ears, these ears that are behind the neighboring ears, so in this case 4,000, and we're going to obviously also cushion the butt of these big ears. So when these ears come down with velocity onto the deck plates, our bristle brushes are going to help cushion and capture. I get excited of thinking about having 2 to 3 bushel more coming into the tank, and the payback is a no-brainer. So not only do we have some late emergers in this field, but we have a hybrid in here every other 12 rows that likes to throw some double ears. And I'm not a fan of double-eared corn. But at the same time, the way the growing season, even with the 2 weeks of no rain in August, this hybrid continue to put on some kernels on that second ear. So when we think about our combine operator, whoever's running our second or even our third combine, it's going to be a real challenge for them to get these hydraulic deck plates for the second ear, or in this case, the late emerger small plant ear, and get it into the tank. That's where the yield saver chains really start to perform. It takes away all the question. In our case, I run my deck plates a little wider. I let all the yield saver bristle blocks do all the work up above, and the result is more grain in the tank.